Mary Tudor, often remembered as Bloody Mary, was a pivotal figure in the Tudor dynasty and the first reigning Queen of England. Her reign, spanning from 1553 to 1558, was a time of turbulent transitions and fierce battles, both on the religious front and within the corridors of power. Notoriously known for her fervent efforts to restore Catholicism as the official faith of England, Mary's reign witnessed a series of religious conflicts that shaped the nation's identity. This fervor for Catholicism was accompanied by a dark legacy, leading to her moniker, Bloody Mary, due to the persecution and execution of Protestants. But the story doesn't end there. Within the Tudor tapestry, another figure emerges, Mary's half-sister, Elizabeth I. The relationship between Mary and Elizabeth was laden with complexities, influenced by a tangle of familial rivalries, religious differences, and aspirations for the throne. This wasn't just a mere sibling rivalry, it was a tale of two heirs, each embodying opposing faiths and standing at odds with the other's aspirations. As we journey through Mary's reign, we'll delve into the tensions that brewed between these two remarkable women, fueled by political intrigue and suspicions. The relationship between Mary Tudor and Elizabeth I is a fascinating chapter in British history, one that sheds light on the interplay between personal ambitions and the weight of dynastic responsibility. So, buckle up as we embark on a captivating exploration of Mary Tudor's reign, a time of religious fervor, political maneuvering, and the intricate dance of power and family dynamics that defined an era. At the heart of Mary Tudor's journey lies her formative years, intricately woven into the fabric of Tudor history. Born to King Henry VIII and Catherine of Aragon, Mary's early life was drenched in the royal tapestry of intrigue and change. Her birth, a beacon of hope for an heir, marked a brief moment of unity before tumultuous times. Growing up in a predominantly Catholic environment, Mary's upbringing was steeped in the traditions and rituals of the Roman faith. Her mother, Catherine of Aragon, was a devout Catholic, and this foundation left an indelible mark on Mary's spiritual and cultural identity. This environment shaped her worldview, setting the stage for her unwavering commitment to Catholicism in later years. Mary's education was carefully curated, tailored to her noble birthright. She received an extensive education, embracing languages, literature, music, and the arts. This intellectual enrichment fostered a keen mind and a deep appreciation for culture. However, her education was not limited to the arts, it encompassed a rigorous study of religion, fortifying her beliefs and convictions. Central to Mary's character was her profound religious devotion. Her faith wasn't a mere afterthought, it was the cornerstone of her identity. Guided by her mother's steadfast piety, Mary's religious beliefs were unwavering, shaping her actions and decisions throughout her life. This resolute loyalty was a double-edged sword, giving her strength but also rendering her vulnerable in a realm where religious allegiances shifted like the tides. Mary's loyalty to Catholicism emerged as a steadfast force. Her fervent belief in the teachings of the Church infused her with a sense of purpose, which would eventually define her reign. Yet, as her life's journey unfolds, we see how this loyalty, while unwavering, would also bring her face to face with challenges, conflicts, and the transformation of her beliefs into political and religious upheavals. The death of Edward VI in 1553 thrust England into a state of uncertainty, triggering a sequence of events that would shape Mary Tudor's fate. Edward's passing marked the end of the male line of the Tudor dynasty and ignited a succession crisis, with Mary standing as the rightful heir according to the traditional order of succession. However, this seemingly straightforward path was fraught with challenges. Edward VI, influenced by the Protestant advisors around him, had attempted to alter the course of succession in favor of his Protestant cousin, Lady Jane Grey. This decision reflected the religious turmoil of the time, as England grappled with the rapid spread of Protestantism. Mary, a devout Catholic, found herself facing not only political intricacies but also a tide of Protestant opposition that saw her as a threat to their religious gains. Her strong Catholic convictions stood in stark contrast to the religious direction Edward's advisors sought to steer the nation. Mary's struggle to secure her place as queen intensified as she navigated the complex interplay of power, loyalty, and faith. Faced with formidable challenges, she displayed remarkable resilience and strategic acumen. Through a shrewd combination of alliances and political maneuvering, she garnered support among those who remained loyal to the traditional Catholic faith and the Tudor bloodline. The backdrop of Protestant opposition cast a shadow over Mary's path to the throne, underscoring the deep-seated religious tensions that defined her era. The intricate dance between her staunch Catholic identity and the growing Protestant influence served as a backdrop to the dramatic events that unfolded. Ultimately, Mary's triumph in ascending to the throne marked not only a victory over the odds but also a turning point in England's religious and political landscape. Mary Tudor's reign was a determined endeavor to re-establish Catholicism as the bedrock of England's religious identity. Armed with her unwavering faith, she embarked on a mission to reverse the tide of Protestantism that had gained ground under her father and brother's rule. To achieve her goal, Mary initiated a series of measures aimed at restoring Catholic practices and doctrines. She reinstated the authority of the Pope, dissolved Henry VIII's marriage to her mother Catherine of Aragon, and reintroduced the Latin Massachusetts. These steps were a testament to her resolute commitment to Catholicism as the true faith. However, it was the Marian persecutions, commonly known as the burnings, that cast a dark shadow over Mary's reign. Fueled by religious zeal and a desire to suppress Protestantism, hundreds of Protestants were executed for their beliefs. The fires that engulfed dissenters painted a grim picture of religious intolerance and persecution. These events have since become synonymous with the term Bloody Mary. The motivations behind Mary's policies were deeply rooted in her convictions and her desire to see Catholicism flourish. Her commitment was multifaceted, driven not only by personal faith but also by political considerations. By strengthening Catholic influence, Mary sought to align England more closely with other Catholic European powers, including her husband, Philip II of Spain. Moreover, Mary's own sense of legitimacy played a role. By promoting Catholicism, she aimed to restore the religious order that had been disrupted by her father's marital decisions and her own exclusion from the royal line of succession. While Mary's policies were enacted with fervor, they also fueled dissent and resistance. The stark contrast between her religious vision and the prevailing Protestant sentiment contributed to the polarization that marked her reign, leaving an indelible mark on the pages of English history. The relationship between Mary Tudor and her half-sister Elizabeth I was a complex tapestry woven with threads of rivalry, suspicion, and political intrigue. Their differing religious beliefs and claims to the throne fueled a simmering tension that spanned their lifetimes. Religious divisions played a significant role in straining their bond. Mary, a devout Catholic, viewed Elizabeth's Protestantism with skepticism, fearing that her half-sister's beliefs could challenge the stability of the realm. Elizabeth's faith, in turn, was a source of anxiety for Mary, who saw it as a threat to the Catholic restoration she pursued. The contest for the crown added another layer of complexity. Mary's ascension to the throne had been met with resistance due to her staunch Catholicism, and some questioned her legitimacy due to her mother's divorce. Elizabeth, though legitimate in the eyes of Protestant supporters, remained a possible alternative heir, which Mary perceived as a challenge to her rule. Moreover, their personal lives intersected with politics. Mary's marriage to Philip II of Spain fueled speculation that their union could endanger England's autonomy. Elizabeth's relationships also garnered attention, with Mary suspecting her half-sister of plotting against her. Mary Tudor's marriage to Philip II of Spain was a pivotal event that reverberated across the geopolitical landscape of Europe. This union, undertaken in 1554, held profound political implications. By marrying a powerful Catholic monarch, Mary aimed to strengthen her ties with Catholic Europe, solidifying her efforts to restore Catholicism in England. However, the marriage was met with skepticism and apprehension from her subjects, who feared that England's autonomy might be compromised. Amidst these political intricacies, her fervent hope for a Catholic heir became a driving force. Yet, her efforts were fraught with disappointment. Despite her ardent prayers and determination, she faced a series of false pregnancies and miscarriages, leading to growing concerns about the continuation of the Tudor line. Tragically, Mary's health deteriorated, and her death in 1558 marked a turning point in English history. With her passing, the crown passed to her half-sister Elizabeth I. This transition held profound implications for England's religious and political trajectory. Elizabeth's Protestant faith and her skillful navigation of the political landscape would define her reign, shaping the nation's course for decades to come. As Elizabeth ascended the throne, the legacy of Mary's efforts to restore Catholicism endured. The contrast between the two sisters' religious beliefs and reigns marked a pivotal period of transformation for England. The events of Mary's reign and the consequences of her marriage and ultimate passing contributed to the complex and multifaceted tale of the Tudor dynasty, weaving threads of faith, power, and family into the tapestry of British history. Over time, Mary Tudor's reign has undergone a re-evaluation by historians, shedding light on the multifaceted challenges she faced and the accomplishments that have emerged from the shadows of controversy. As historical perspectives have evolved, a more nuanced understanding of Mary's rule has emerged. Historians have delved beyond the surface of Mary's reign to explore the complexities she navigated. While her fervent efforts to restore Catholicism were once seen as solely defined by religious zeal, scholars now recognize the intricate political and personal factors that influenced her decisions. Mary's quest to secure her place as queen in a religiously divided realm presented her with a delicate balancing act, where loyalty to her faith often intersected with the need to establish political stability. Modern views on Mary's religious policies highlight the broader implications of her fervor. While the Marian persecutions, or burnings, were once solely associated with religious intolerance, contemporary analysis explores the wider context. Mary's actions were not solely driven by cruelty but were influenced by her desire to consolidate power, strengthen her Catholic ties, and establish a united religious identity for the nation. Factors that influenced Mary's decisions extend beyond her own personal beliefs. Her upbringing in a Catholic environment and her close relationship with her devout mother, Catherine of Aragon, significantly shaped her worldview. Additionally, Mary's gender posed unique challenges as a female monarch in a patriarchal society, driving her to assert her authority with an unwavering determination. As history continues to be re-examined, Mary Tudor's reign emerges as a tale of intricate motives, challenges, and accomplishments. The re-evaluation of her decisions in the context of her time offers a more balanced portrait of a queen navigating the tumultuous currents of religion, politics, and identity.